And I want to reiterate Mayor Breed's thanks to the citizens, to the community of San Francisco for everything you're doing to slow the spread of COVID-19. You know, my office at 101 Grove across the street here is right next to the polling center where people are going to vote right now. And on my way over, I saw San Franciscans exercising their right to vote and doing it in a safe way, wearing those masks, socially distancing, using good hygiene. Thank you. Today is not unexpected with regard to our pause in reopening. Since we were removed from the state watch list on September 1st, we have had a consistent path of increased activity and movement. We have employees returning to offices at limited capacity, students returning to in-learning classroom, indoor dining occurring, and playgrounds being used. This is indeed good news, and this is progress. But as our activity increased, we realized, we expected an increase in infections was likely. And we have been, and we are prepared for this. Overall, San Francisco continues to do well, but we have seen an increase in case positivity and hospitalizations. And this increase is a cause for concern. We want to pause on increasing the capacity of riskier activities because we do not want the virus to get too far ahead of us. Because, as we have seen across the country and around the world, when the virus gets too far ahead, you can't catch up. And we, all of us together, have done a great job of not letting the virus get too far ahead. From the onset of this pandemic, we have closely monitored our local data. We have monitored the spread of the virus so we can slow the spread of the virus and sustain the progress we've made. San Francisco, we have avoided massive surges and crushed two curves, the first one in the spring, the second one in the summer. And the data are once again, as they told us earlier this summer, the data are telling us it is time to pause. We are working to extend the time before we reopen the next phase of indoor activities. The reason for this is because in the last 2 weeks, our case rate has gone from about 3 per 100,000 of population to 4. That's a 25% increase. That might not sound like a lot, but when this virus starts taking off, it takes off quickly, unless, again, we take efforts to slow its spread. In addition, our hospital numbers are increasing. They've increased in the last 2 weeks from 23 to 37. Low numbers. The good news is our hospital capacity remains good to take care of people, but that rate of increase is concerning. As a result, we have a shift in our local key indicators in keeping the healthcare system stable and managing the current rate of infection. That hospital rate of increase is in the red. And our case rate has shifted at our local level from yellow to orange. We have also seen a 38% increase in cases in California and a 41% increase in cases in the United States over the past 2 weeks. Until we understand the magnitude and the potential duration of increases, it makes sense for us to pause, to make sure we are mitigating the virus so we can continue to move forward and not backwards. We remain in relatively good shape compared to other major cities. We still continue to have lower infection rates compared to places like New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Denver, and Los Angeles. We continue to have the lowest death rate among major cities and the highest testing rate, as the mayor said, currently testing over 5,000 people a day. I am confident that working together, we will again beat back the virus, as we have done 2 times before. But I wouldn't be me unless I reminded you, keep wearing those masks. So important, saving lives by wearing those masks. Continue to physically distance. Wash your hands. Avoid large groups. The holidays are upon us, and now is not the time to throw caution to the wind. Let's be here next year when hopefully this pandemic will be behind us and we can get together with our loved ones in close contact, hugging, sharing food, giving toast. But we need to use caution this year. We cannot do this without the help and cooperation of all of you. So celebrate, but celebrate safely. Virtual election parties, small outdoor gatherings limited to 3 households, and again, please wear those masks. Thank you.